So last week was prep week. I just took that time to prep everything that I could in order to make this week as smooth as possible, to have the least amount of hiccups possible. And what this week is, the topic of this week, is harness the motivation. And the point of this is to take the motivation that we have when we start a program and really capitalize on it and start off hard right out of the gate. I've been doing this long enough where I know that the motivation I feel right now in this first week is not going to be the same when week 4, 5, or even 6 comes. So we have to do something to help bring the motivation we have in week 1 all the way through the program. And one of the ways that I found is you go really hard and you get perfect. You get a first week of perfection, diets on point, workouts 100% completed, tasks in your life like business tasks or family tasks or as a project you're working on is getting done. That way you become addicted to the process. You get to see the results. And that leads into week 2. And week 2, you're bringing that energy from week 1. And then if you get 100% completion in week 2, you bring that into week 3, so on and so forth. So my goal this week is to be 100% with everything. Motivation is fleeting. That's one thing that I've learned. And the thing that replaces motivation is discipline. But it is much easier with motivation, which is why this first week is so important. One more thing that is really important on this first week is to keep your why at the forefront of why you're doing this. Because if you're looking for 100% completion, your life is probably going to look a little different now than it did a week or 2 ago. So if you're not actively pursuing your why, you could fall short. But with a big enough why, anything is possible. Good morning. I know it's dark, it's bright and early, but this is where winners win in my book. Well, this is where I win, right? Because during the day I'm just too busy. There's too many things going on, and this is the only time I can really get into the gym and focus on my program is waking up at either 4 or 5 in the morning and starting my workout at 5 or 6 a.m. But I just wanted to recap what's going on this week so far. My motivation is high. It's through the roof, and that's because I am already getting results. So I started my prep week last week, and because I did that, my baseline of my workouts was established. And this week, I'm really pumping through, I'm breaking those numbers. Whether it's more reps, more weight, feeling better, less sore, and my body just knows, like, hey, we're back. We are back. So pulling into AFF right now, and then gonna take my sups, get in there, get to work. Every morning I start off with my sups, and this is definitely needed in the early hours of 5 a.m., 6 a.m., pre-step 1. First one, it's a pre-workout. There's no caffeine or anything in this, so I like it. I like to control my caffeine intake. I don't want to just get random scoops of caffeine. Plus, to me, you can just take caffeine pills, so I want the other good stuff. So that's that. And then I already put some water in my cup. Pro tip, don't put the powder in first, because when you do, then when you pour the water in, then it gets all like, it sticks to the bottom. So pour a little water in first, then finish it off with water once you do it, and then do a little shake. Thumbs up. And then, it's delicious. This is pre-step 2. This is caffeine pills. So I have an exact dosage of exactly how much caffeine I have, and it makes it a lot easier for me. Cool. Next, we have intra. And what this is basically just makes me push harder during the workout because it pumps electrolytes and amino acids into my body. So when you're working out, your muscles are just depleting all of this. And this just puts it back in to allow you to sustain energy throughout the workout. 2 scoops of that. Pour the rest of my water in. Give it a shake. And we're good to go. It's Wednesday morning. We're doing a track workout. Right now I just did my stretching and I'm just gonna do some warm up, about a mile run warm up. And the point is just to let's get loose before the sprints, and then before the bleachers, and then the ruck. So right now, mile run, maybe a 9-minute pace. The point is just to let's get the heart rate going. So. Three, 2, 1. So, about 17-second average on those. Feeling amazing. I love sprints. They're one of the things that suck in the moment, but when you're done and you have this feeling, it feels amazing. And there's no better way to strengthen your heart and get those fast twitch muscles moving than by sprinting. All right, so now we're gonna do a ruck. So what this looks like, it's 15% of my body weight, which is roughly 30 pounds. And we're gonna do this for 45 minutes. And the goal is to get as much distance as possible. And we're done with this, we're done with the workout for the day, and I can get back to work. Okay, so we are hitting the Inbody scan. We just had the second week of this program, which is technically the first. I'm sure you understand that now. It's the harness the motivation, and I'm just trying to get my results to see how I'm doing compared to when I started this program. Here we go. A little nervous. Who knows sometimes the human body does some weird things. It might get bigger, smaller, randomly, before the long-term results really show what's happening, but.
The test is completed.
I think I gained some muscle, if I remember correctly, so I'm happy with that. I don't even really care what my body fat percentage does at the moment, simply because I know that that's indicative to my muscle. So if I can build my muscle, then that's just future fat loss. So let's see though. Last time in the top right corner, it said I had to lose 1.7 pounds to be of my health. I've never had that have a number before. Let's see if it's gone. It would be awesome if it was gone. It's gone, baby. All right, let's go talk about this. The reason I love this is the information it gives me is priceless, and it allows me to really judge where I'm moving, what direction I'm moving in, more than just the weight. Weight can be tricky because if the weight doesn't change or it goes up a pound or down a pound, you don't know if you're gaining muscle, gaining fat, what's really going on. So let's go over this Inbody scan. So it just tells you at the top, my ID number, my height, 5'11", my age, 35, I'm a male, and then we get into the nitty gritty of things. So if you go down to muscle fat analysis, it's gonna tell you that my weight is 208.9. My skeletal muscle mass is 105.4, and my body fat mass is 28.6. So I have 28.6 pounds of fat on my body. And then if you go down to the obesity analysis, you'll see that my BMI is 29.1. So when I take this and I take it with my clients, I make sure to point out that this number we do not pay attention to at all, because it doesn't matter what your BMI is. If you have more muscle than fat, you might have a higher BMI. So if you take two people and they're both 5'11" and they both weigh 215 pounds, but one has 35% body fat while the other has 13% body fat, they both have the same BMI. So I just gloss over that part. And then percentage of body fat. So right now you see I have 13.7% body fat. Now let's go down past segmental lean analysis and go down to the body composition history. And what this looks like is it tells you my weight and my skeletal muscle mass and my percentage of body fat for the past in this document since February 27th. So you can see the lines and where they're going. Now, my body weight is 208.9, and that was from 210.3. So I lost a little over 1 pound of body weight in 1 week. But the real gold is from skeletal muscle mass from 103.6 up to 105.4. So I gained almost 2 pounds of muscle. And my percentage of body fat went from 15.5% down to 13.7%. And that's because my body transitioned. So if you were just to look at the scale, 210.3, and then look again a week later, 208.9, it doesn't seem like the best results. But when you really look at what's happening inside the body, that is where the results really show what's happening. So this tells me, hey, what you're doing is working. I just need to continue the course, keep building muscle, and keep losing fat. My goal is on the next scan to be around 13% body fat. Now, the human body's weird. It might go up a little bit before it goes down. No one knows. The only thing I can do is continue the course, continue the journey, stick to my plan. It's working, so just gotta keep moving forward. All right, this is the official last workout of this week. Harnessing the motivation, and that's exactly what I did. I kept the motivation high. My Inbody scan shows that I gained a lot of muscle and I lost a lot of fat. And that's the whole point of this program. Now, after this workout, I have a day and a half to be able to decompress and get my bearings back under me to start next week. And next week is gonna be a challenging one. Something happened that is definitely threw a wrench into my life, but the one thing I learned is that is what life is all about. Life is about realizing that you have zero control over the environment around you. All you have control over is yourself and how you adapt to that environment. So that's the goal. And big things coming. Super excited to be able to have you along on this journey with me while I do this. And it's time for me to put what I talk about to other people to have them change their life into practice into my own life. So nothing much to say, but a good end of the week, and I'm ready to start next week.